Hello, screenwriters, and welcome to Writing for Screens, the Screenwriting Step-by-Step Project, episode 252. My name is Glenn Gers, and I come to you every Monday through Friday, if I can make it, at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Zone, to let you look over my shoulder, share my screen while I write a script. I am doing this in order to teach a part of script writing that I think is undertaught, which is the process, the day-to-day, line-by-line, page-by-page work of getting vague thoughts into an outline, get that outline into a rough draft, get that rough draft rewritten into a readable draft. That process, that's writing. I am not trying to tell you what to write. I'm not trying to tell you the best way to write. I'm just saying you need to spend some time thinking about the process that you go through when you have writing problems, because a lot of writing problems are actually solved by having a reliable process. So I'm showing you what I learned in my 25-year career writing TV and movies, in case some of these tricks and techniques that I figured out for myself are useful to you when you are facing the blank page. This is not the only way to do it, not necessarily the best way to do it. It's just some things you can try if you're having trouble. If you've got a way that works, do that. The main thing is, almost every writer I know has to figure out some way to get a process going so that when they are confused or when they are scared or when they are lost, they can say, I'm going to follow these steps, this mechanical set of steps, these things to do, and hope that I can find my way by doing that. That is my plan. Hello, Nathan. This is, however, not 250 hours worth of lessons. This is just letting you watch me do it in case you can learn something from watching me do it. This is not a required course. This is not something you have to watch all of. I do suggest that you look at the rest of my channel where the good stuff is. These first 3 playlists, which I have screenshot here for your education, is Screenwriting Essentials, Screenwriting Tools, Skills, and Craft, and The Process, Being a Writer. Those are the first 3 playlists on my channel, and in them there's about 30 videos. Each one is about 10 minutes long. The topic of that video is the thumbnail, the title, nice big words, simple concept like flashbacks, genre, dramatic action, and I have tried to get what I think is usable for you into simple lessons that might be workable. Try those. That's where the answers lie, if I have an answer at all. Not everything can be answered. Hello, Jonathan. Good to see you. So anyway, but here, meanwhile, on the step-by-step project, we are in the final polish. We are going through this script page by page now and just cleaning up stuff. I read through it earlier in the week by myself, and I made notes on it, and now I am going through these the pages page by page, and I made little notes in red pen. That page doesn't have many. This one has a lot. See there, I wrote all sorts of stuff. Okay, anyway, so that is what we are doing now. Okay. Yes, okay, this was the last thing I did. Madeline takes a moment how to decide how she wants to handle this. That's not it. Beat. be blunt right back. There we go. That is less of a summary and more of an action. Madeline takes a beat to consider Elms's blunt, insensitive manner. Decides to be blunt right back. Okay. Oh, hello, Sithu. What do you think about the Black Mirror series and House of the Dragon? I will tell you, but I do want to point out that that my opinions are relatively insignificant. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone's opinion is worth it to them. So, the things I like may not be what you like. I tend to like a lot, or I tend to find things I like in almost anything. So just to start, to preface with that, my answer is Black Mirror. I've only seen a few of them. Honestly, I did not see that many episodes. I saw maybe 5 or 6 spread out over the 3 or 4 seasons that exist. And I thought they were good. I didn't see any that I thought were bad. Some of them were more absorbing to me than others, but all of them were smart and interesting. And all of them were had something worth like, oh, that's a cool idea or whatever. So Black Mirror as a whole, I would say the series is a good idea. It's like let's take the anthology series and take a particular angle on it. I'm in. House of the Dragon, it's what I liked about Game of Thrones was that it was many places and philosophies and stuff engaged in a very complicated web of relationships. House of the Dragon is basically a one house story, as they say in the title, and therefore it's enjoyable that way, but it's not impressive in the way that the earlier series was. The later series chronologically, but earlier in our existence. So that's my take on that. I enjoyed it. I thought there were some good storylines within it. It felt conventional to me compared to Game of Thrones. Hello, Mohammed. I'm always happy to receive it. Thank you. I don't think you would like me to be living with you, but an hour a day now and then, not a bad thing. Gendy, yes, yeah, all those things. Yeah, the writing's pretty good. I mean, it's mostly kind of just getting the job done. Anyway, thank you. Aw, shucks. Thank you. Actually, regarding opinions, though, I'm going to take a second out because I found I was reading a piece called "The Art of Dying" by a man named Peter Sheldjell. It was in the New Yorker magazine. He died recently. The man who wrote this. He was the art critic for the New Yorker magazine, and he wrote. He used to be a poet, then he became an art critic. I found his art criticism very hard to read, but this essay, which he wrote, which was just sort of a memoir meditation on the fact that he had terminal cancer, but while he was in the course of this article, which is really good, he wrote a sentence about being a critic that I thought was cool. He wrote, "I have a trick for doing justice to an uncongenial work." Now, there's something he doesn't like or doesn't feel a closeness to. The question he asked himself is, what would I like about this if I liked it? I may come around, I may not. Failing that, I wonder, what must the people who like this be like? Anthropology. That's this gentleman named Peter Sheldjell in the New Yorker magazine, which is paywalled, so I apologize. But now and then I just it's just a good quote. It's just a good thought. What would I like about this if I liked it? And if you don't like it, it's like, well, who does like this and why? So just those are good ways to approach something that you don't instinctively like in order to just not say, oh, that's bad. It's very easy to get into good and bad. Good and bad, sling them around all you like. They're not useful, I believe, to an artist. I don't believe, what Wow, I've lost a lot. Not a lot of people are watching. I'm wondering why. Oh well. They're missing this gem, this fabulous thought. When, as an artist, I believe you need to have your values, but I don't believe it helps you to be sort of fascist about your values, to say all things should be like I like. The all things should be, to me, is always a bad idea. And so I just liked this that quote about how to approach things that you don't like in what is essentially a useful way, a constructive way, a way to save yourself from just being pissed off all the time. Okay. When I work on an outline during weeks, I always find myself hating all I'm writing, and then I find myself writing something completely different, and most of the time it's better than what I planned. Well, if that's the case, if that is your process, good on you. Cool. Do that. I'm always worried when somebody says, I always hate what I'm writing, because that strikes me as an instinctive reaction. Rather, you couldn't possibly hate everything. You couldn't possibly have the same response to all your different works. Unless all your different works are alike, you should probably be having different responses to different things you write. So if you always hate what you write, that strikes me as likely a psychological issue, not an artistic issue. As I have said sometime in the past, let's see if I can find it now. I can't. But art problems have art solutions. If you always have the same reaction to your own work, that's not an art problem. That's an emotional problem. However, Mohammed, it sounds like it's working out for you because it makes you work harder on fixing things. I can't believe that they always need fixing, but most of the time it's better than what I planned. That's possible. It is possible that your planning mechanism is not strong, and so therefore what you're really doing is roughing something out. You're sketching. You're putting down a loose idea, and then once you see it, you begin to operate. You begin to think, oh, well, how can I make this better? And so therefore it's naturally going to be better. Good process. I am all in. Victoria says, hi, Victoria. How do you prevent your characters from sounding like? I believe I have answered this one somewhere before. If you give me just a moment, I'm going to briefly check my archive of previous answers, because I have the feeling that I can just direct you to a let's see, voice. There you go. I did. Look. Okay. I did one, and I will keep an eye on that. Here's the deal. I answered that question in detail in an earlier Ask Me Anything called How Do You Find a Voice for Each Character? I will put the link to that video in the description of this video about 10 minutes after this is done. When I finish these broadcasts, I go back, I tinker with the description, and when I do that, I will add the link. Can't do it right now because I got to work. And for Sithu, what do you recommend for those who can't afford Final Draft? I've actually done a video about that, which I would be happy to share with you, called Script Format Made Easy. You can write scripts. I did write scripts for many, many years in word processing. If you know how to set up what they call styles or format set types, you can set up the 5 or 6. There's only a handful of formatting issues that Final Draft does for you. It's a little faster for Final Draft, but you don't need it. You do not need special software to write a script. You can format it yourself. I will also put the link to that one. It's called Script Format Made Easy. It's like a 45-minute live stream video that I did on that very topic. Okay, let me get back to my work here. Okay, so she says, okay, so she says, it was out. This is all good. This whole page is fine. Fine. Okay, then we got down to, okay. I'm just reading. Okay. Mr. Roisman was podcasting. Mr. Roisman was podcasting that he had new evidence identifying this chemistry psychosis. Dumb shit. Dumb shit. George was the dumb shit? Instead of going to the police, yeah. Instead of going to the police, yeah. Yep. Should he say yeah? Yep. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Trash Compactor has an answer for you, Sith. Also, LibreOffice or Trelby are free software that work great for screenwriting or any writing. So there you go. Answered. Thank you, Trash Compactor. Nathan says, I have found so much fun in my story plot by writing my outline, but my lead is still vague and ill-defined. No question. I'm just amazed at how you whip out characters like it's nothing. Very hard for me. Once again, and I feel for you, Nathan. Everybody has things they do better than others. Not everyone does everything easily or well. But I would say these questions tend to help you define your characters. If I do anything well, it is partly because I've simply internalized these questions. Yeah, it's Trash Truck Day. These questions so that I can, I instinctively say, like, well, what are they trying to do? And in answering that, you're going to get to, like, why is that hard for them? And the questions about their nature come through those answers. In other words, if they are hungry for power or hungry for money or hungry for love, if they are trying to accomplish those different things, that tends to tell you a little bit something about what they are like, what they need, what they are lacking, what their values, their nature. So that may help with characters. I am working on a video about character. I promise I will get it to you. Also, remember, character creates action and action defines character. So if you are having trouble with your characters, look at what they do, because that will tell you about who they are. And if you are trying to figure out what they should do and you don't know, look at who they are. That will tell you that. So that's a trick. If you're finding yourself having more trouble with character, look at the action and say, well, what does this tell me about them? Okay. Okay. Crime Crackers. It's a website about unsolved cases. Bulletin boards, chat rooms. Bulletin boards just sound so old-fashioned. Is there a better word for that? Well, I left it in my notes. You know, people in chat rooms. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. People in chat rooms with nothing to do, so they do my job. People in chat rooms with nothing to do, so they do my job. Nothing to do. Nothing else to do. So, nothing else. People in chat rooms with nothing else to do, nothing better to do, so they do my job badly. With nothing better to do, so they do my job badly. Web sleuths. Okay, yeah, that just sounds bad. All right, so, oh yeah, that's a good one. Forums. Too late, though. I changed the sentence. People in, forums is people in chat rooms. But I'm just going to leave it at chat rooms. That's okay. But thank you. Yes, Trash Compactor. You can do that with Sithu. If Sithu and Trash Compactor both contact me through writingforscreens.com, there is a contact me button. It will open an email. And then if you send me an email and say, yes, I want to talk to Trash Compactor, and Trash Compactor sends one and says, yes, I want to talk to Sithu, I will connect you. Only if you both say that. And yeah, I gotcha. I just moved faster. I was done. I fixed it. However, you are completely right. Forums would have done it. Okay. Oh yeah. Through his computer. But it could. Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. Could be two. Could be any. Could be. We're going through his computer, but. Could be. It could be anywhere. Don't need to say he shakes his head. It's CSK's been cold for 40 years. I don't want to say hopeless. I want to say pessimistic. Looking through his computer, but evidence, we don't even know what we're looking for. That's better. That's intelligent. Okay. Hi, Larry. Is it natural to search for the correct word for dialogue? Yeah, it's totally natural. That's why you see me doing it all the time. Yes, it is natural to always search for the correct word. The tricky thing, though, is correct, because it's not really correct. It's really just your choice. What do I like? I would urge you to watch my video on instinct about this, because what I believe is that there isn't a correct word. There's a lot of possible words, and we each choose the one we want. Some days one thing seems correct, and then later on, the next day, you say, "Oh, that's not correct." Like hopeless. I just did that. I made a choice, and then I thought, no, that choice suggests something I don't really mean, or I don't feel I want it to be more jazzy or whatever. So there isn't really a correct word, but you do search for the words you want, the words that feel right to you and that say what you mean. That's the other tricky part. Knowing what you mean and saying what you mean. 2 steps in finding the right word. However, yeah, it's totally natural. We search and try. Trial and error is a big part of writing. You don't get it right. You try this, you try that. And then you make a choice. You don't get it right. There's no right. There's no official judgment on whether something is right. There's no such thing as right in art. Okay. Maybe he took the killer if it was about him. CSK's been cold for... If he's alive, he's 70. He's over 70. If he's alive, he's 70. CSK's been 40 years. If he's alive, he's 70. He's over 70. He's old. If he's alive, he's old. I think your husband was stirring the pot and stirred up. No, he. Sometimes you realize that something is formally right, like it reads right, but when you say it out loud, which is why I would advise you to say these lines out loud. I think your husband was stirring the pot and he stirred up a copycat. Yeah, you can say it, but I think your husband was stirring the pot and stirred up and he stirred up a copy. I'm not sure, actually. I think your husband was stirring the pot and stirred up a copycat. Was stirring the pot and stirred up a copycat. And we're going to leave that. Well, there's a good lesson. There's a good lesson. When in doubt, look at a thesaurus or dictionary. Yeah, that's okay. It's definitely worth doing. It stirs the pot. The problem is sometimes you get fancier words than you need. But it is useful. The thing that the thesaurus is good for is reminding you of a word you have not thought of, which is different from telling you a word you didn't know. But I hope it is CSK, because then the FBI will take this mess off my hands. All right. That's not bad. Larry is looking for the template too. As I understand it, it's a LibreOffice. Trelby, LibreOffice or Trelby. I've also heard that you should just search for, all of you should search for free screenwriting software. I've heard about other forms. I know there are some. Okay. Tended bar at the Kaleidoscope for 15 years. Everybody liked George. He tended bar at the Kaleidoscope for 15 years. But maybe he owed somebody money. Or slept with somebody's wife. Nothing to do with the podcast. Perp just wanted to make it look like a geriatrics. Are you joking? Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking when I read this through, I thought it's usually the spouse, and then she says ex-spouse, like to put that down. But the thing is, he's not serious. He doesn't actually believe it's her. So therefore, awkward. Are you joking? Yeah. Then this next speech here is actually in the wrong order. I'm sorry, this is a lot for me. I'm sorry, this is a lot for me. Man, I haven't seen in 30 years. Is me responsible for all of his crap, including his murder. I don't know this guy. I didn't answer anything. The dumb shit. I'm the dumb shit. Yeah. Okay. So I know. All right. I know. Yeah, I know. All right. Be here. Be here a few days? No. I need to go home tomorrow. I'll be at the Ramada in Hillsville tonight. Okay, he sighs, and he sighs up here, so that's no good. Okay, yeah, I know, that's not good. Okay. So, dumb shit. Yeah, I know is wrong now. Okay. Yeah, be here. All right, be here a few days. It's not. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Hi, AK Sloth. We all have things we do. It's okay. Good to see you. Glad you are here. I am just tinkering with the words, going page by page, and just going through the script, polishing, making it more readable, cleaning up bits, fixing little bits. You know, I read through the script. I had put it away for 2 weeks. Then I read through it, and now I am just going through it scene by scene. I have pages that I marked with red pen, not unlike schoolwork sometimes. I am glad you're here, AK Sloth. And let's see. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave this. The thing is, later in the script, Xena says that tomorrow is her parents' anniversary, and you would think that her mom would say, like, wait, what about our anniversary party that we were going to have? But since Xena says a guy I know died, it kind of puts the anniversary in proportion. So I'm going to leave it as like, okay. And what I realized is, boom. This is all one thing. There we go. All right. Nobody shut up. Madeline, I am so sorry for your loss. I can't imagine what you're feeling. What are the police doing? startled. I think I don't need to explain why she's startled because this is a startling little speech. So that's better. Who are you? Who are you? There's a lot of different ways you could say that, who are you, but I'm not going to try and define how it should be said because it could go any way. All right, so then the rest of this scene is actually pretty good. All right. Okay. Wait. You're George's wife. Okay, this scene is fine. We're moving along. Oh, look at this. The whole page. Yeah. Okay. So, the next note I have is, do I need the loss? Here's the thing. Zena was right. It hits her. She just said it's going to hit you, the loss. Yeah, I'll leave it. That's okay. That's all right. Okay. This just felt, this part of the speech felt a little like I was getting information in. Okay. And I decided it's the death spiral of civilization, so it feels right to bang it out on them. When I worked for a real newspaper, the Post. I'll just leave. Okay. On a machine. I bought back when that's right. When I worked for a newspaper. When I worked for the Post. That's it. I was just going to leave it at that. Yeah, that's better. It's about the death spiral of civilization in the 21st century, so it feels right to bang it out on a machine I bought when I worked for the Post. You take Apple Pay? The Post, blah, blah. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. I call her Nurse Shrimpton here, which is, her name is Carol Shrimpton, and she is a nurse. That's a typo. And I think, is Ted in his 30s? No, he's in his 40s. All right. Hosting the meeting is unnecessary because what else should she be hosting? Little things now and then. Little words fixed up. Okay. I have the tape all over because I thought it was going to be a tape, but it's not. It's a thumb drive. Secret file identifying CSK. Okay. From her photo from her. There we go. There we go. That's clearer. Oh, yeah, I wanted to add. I don't like adding. Adding is uncomfortable because this is too long, but what bitch? Which bitch? No, I don't want to say which bitch. It's too cute. What bitch? What bitch? Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Ah, but that's okay because I'm going to cut this. Yeah, okay. All right, so yes, yes, yes. And I need to get into that house. Okay, we're not giving it to anyone. Take over George's podcast and finish the way he wanted. She doesn't seem to understand. Yes. She doesn't care. Yeah. She's there now. She's there now. That's it. She's there now. She's there now. Yes. She's there right now. She's there now. And what if she finds it? I'll go get it. What if she finds the drive? She's there now. Yeah, that's right. So this her? Yeah. 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 She doesn't care. She doesn't care. What I have to get to is something that will. All I'm looking for is that something that will provoke Dundosky to say, "I'll go get it." She has no idea what she's got. Can I move this? Yeah. Yes. She's not going to give it. Look at her. Yeah. Yeah. Look at her. She could care less. Yeah. I talked to her. Oh, yeah. No, I talked to her. Yeah. She has to kind of demonize her. Okay. Hi, Jean. Nice to see you. I am struggling. I am writing a new bit of dialogue. Okay. Troubled. Let's make sure that troubled by. Yeah. And she's there now. Yeah, that's her. That's her. She's there now. She's she's there now. She could she's there now. Yeah. What if she finds the drive? What if she gives it? What if she destroys it? Well, why would she destroy it? That's her. I can't believe. Yeah, I can't believe everything we're working for is. I can't believe what. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's her. That's her. It's between. She's standing between us and it. She's yeah. She didn't want me to come. Yeah, she didn't want me to. She didn't want me there. I said I would help. She didn't. I don't like to repeat things from other conversations. So the only thing I need to do here is identify the fact that Xena says this woman is the standing between us and the magic. So I like that she's there now. I just like that she's there now. She could find it. She could give it. She's there now. She could find it. She could destroy it by accident. She's there now. She could destroy. She could ruin everything. She could ruin everything. She could just. She's there now. She's. Yes, you are watching someone wrestle with a dumb line of dialogue. That is the name of the game. Okay, I know that she could. She's there now. That I know that's right. She could ruin everything. Yeah, it's like, is it? I can't believe this bitch is in our way, but we've already done this bitch. No, this bitch won't let's see. What bitch? George's X-Men. Let's stick over this right. Yeah. Oh. What do you think? Should I call again? Should I just offer? What do you think? Should I call again? Maybe just offer to buy it? Yeah, that's it. What do you think? What do you think? Should I call again? Should I call her again? Should I call her again? Just offer to buy it? But she doesn't seem to. No. But I don't want to make her. I don't want to show. I don't want her to. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Should I call her again? Just offer to buy it? Do you think? But I'm afraid that'll make her curious. But that could make her. Just offer to buy it, but if I do that, she's gonna. Just offer to buy it. I don't want to make her. I don't want to call it. I don't want to make a. She's clueless right now. I don't want to make a thing out of it. Right now she doesn't. Right now she's clueless. I don't want to make a thing out of it right now. She's clueless, but she could just. Away. She could just throw it, not even recognizing it as you. Not even. She could just throw it away. But she could just throw it away. But she could just throw it away or sell it. Okay. This is good stuff, but it doesn't belong here. All right, this is where it goes. We're going to take this, cut this, move it up here. She hadn't seen it. She hadn't seen him. She doesn't understand this is. She didn't care much. Here about this case. This is ours. We need to take over George's podcast and finish it. Why didn't you just ask her to give you the drive? And she'll tell the police and game over. The cops would bury it. Why would they bury it? Somebody let this guy go, get away 40 years ago. What are we talking about? George is dead. George, poisoned, monoxide. George was getting too close. He had new evidence, and now it's in his attic. But this bitch won't let Zena get it. What bitch? Man, I hate that Norman's just asking dumb questions. What bitch exactly? Yeah, at least make it funny. There we go. Now, what do you think? Should I call her again? Just offer to buy it? I don't want to make a thing out of it. Right now she's loose, but she could just throw it away. Jesus, can you imagine? God, I'll go get it. She could just throw it away. Could you? Oh, Jesus. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm going insane. I'm going insane. I'll go get it. I'll go get it. I'll go get the drive. I'll go get the drive from her. What makes you think she'd give it to you? I didn't say she'd give it. I said I would get it. Whoa. Okay, that's good. Oh, yeah. That's Ted. That's not Shrimpton. Okay. Almost done with this. Oh, so I wanted to add Norman in here. Yeah. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a second. What makes you think she'd give it to you? Okay, nobody is getting anything from this one. Wait a second. I'll go get the drive. Wait a second. Can I? I'll go get the drive. Oh, I don't think that's a. I don't think that's a good idea. There we go. Yes. Muttering dialogue to the self is, of course, my family members. Yeah, wait till you do it on the subway. Yeah, I didn't say I did. Yeah, this is what you do. You play out the parts a little bit in your mind. Okay, nobody is getting it. Oh wait, I don't know. Okay, and this is. Try to be consistent with names. If he's Dundosky, he's Dundosky, not Carl. Yes, you do. There is vast creativity happening all the time. Okay. All right. Well, I think we are in a good place. Look at that. Let's see. I went from page 6 to page 16. Did 10 pages of correction, or not corrections, polishes. Never say correcting. You're not correcting. It's not like there's a right answer and you're getting it to it. You are polishing. You are tinkering. You're tweaking. All right. And with that, Monday, I will not be here. Got some stuff to do Monday. Also, happy Halloween, by the way, for those of you who celebrate. I will see y'all Tuesday, Dios del Muerte, Day of the Dead, day after Halloween. That's where I'll be when I'll be. Did you? Yes, they should grow up with you. I would have started pacing the room to no. It is important to stay in your seat if you can. But thank you. Yeah, that is step by step in action. That is what we do here. Okay. Have a great weekend and a happy Halloween. Stay safe out there and go write something.